Hello and welcome to Good Morning DRC TV. I hope you're doing well today. Today is Saturday, the 3rd of May, and I'm very excited to be able to share with you what is going on in the Democratic Republic of Congo. But before I do that, I have to let you know I have a mission, and that mission is to help my people to be a happy people, to understand that Congo is your country, it is your nation, and there is no reason why there should be cries, there should be deaths every day. We're supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be happy. You have life. You have what God has given you. I want you to be happy. I want you to enjoy yourself. So I have that mission to bring you news, to help you, to help my people to feel the joy and to enjoy their lives and to enjoy the blessings that heaven has bestowed upon the Congo. So it's always we're talking about what is going on, the number of people that have died, the war that is happening in Goma, the war that is happening in the eastern part of Congo. Yes, I will talk about what is going on. But right now, I just want us to I'm going to be, I'm going to dance. Today is not all about sad news. It's not about what's going on there, but I want you to learn. I want you to know that there is moments where we can be happy, where we can enjoy, we can be at peace, we can be just, enjoy what we have. And this is the reason why, before I talk to you about what's going on in there, I just want to, for a second, I just want you to enjoy. If you can enjoy with me, it's going to be a blessing. But if not, I'm just going to at least enjoy myself for a few minutes, and then we're going to get to the news. Okay, we're gonna get there. That was really good for me. That was really good for me. I want to invite you, my people. I want to invite you, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are. We here in the Democratic Republic of Congo, here we are very, very pleased with life. In spite of what is going on in the eastern part of the Congo, I want to let you know, don't let that pull you down. Don't let that cause you to be depressed. I know the times are difficult. I understand the pain. I understand all that is going on there. Nevertheless, I'm inviting you to still enjoy life. I'm inviting you to rejoice in the life that God has given you. Don't let anybody pull you down. Don't let the enemies rejoice and see you beaten down. Don't let the enemy take pleasure in your suffering. Don't let all these things really bring you to a state of hopelessness. There is hope. There is hope. As long as you are there, there is hope. As long as you can breathe, there is hope. Yes, I know. And as I said, things are tough at the moment. There are things that are going on, negotiations, things that are happening in Doha, things that are happening in Washington. We're going to talk about it. But I just want to encourage you. Rejoice, rejoice, be happy. Don't just complain. I know there are things that are going on, but take moments, take stock of your life. Be happy, rejoice, whatever little thing you can find. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about what you wish you could have had by now. But I want you to enjoy life that you have. You can see the trees around you. You can see your neighbors around you. You can see your family around you. You can see people around you. Rejoice in that which you have. I want to encourage you. You may be going through difficulties. I don't know what it may be now, but I just want you today for a moment at least to rejoice in that which you do have. I hope I've made myself clear. And like I said, I have a mission. My mission is to help you, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are. And if you are ever here in the Congo, in the DRC, in Kinshasa, make contact. Come and see us here. If you haven't been to Congo, you haven't been to Kinshasa, you haven't been to the DRC as a whole, come and visit our country. Come and visit. If you are born outside of this country, your parents, you're in the diaspora, come to this country. This is your country. Come and visit. Don't just let other people come. Don't just let the Indians come. Don't just let the Lebanese come. Don't just let all manner of people come and invest and take ground here. But you also, Congolese, wherever you are born, come to this country and enjoy your nation. Come enjoy the blessings that God has bestowed upon your ancestors, upon your fathers, upon your mothers, come to this country of Congo. It is a great country. You will love it. And when you come to Kinshasa, pay us a visit. Let me now go back. I'm not going to take long. I want to talk about what is going on in Doha. I know I mentioned a little bit yesterday. But what's going on in Doha, like I said, partly is affected by what is going on in Washington. So today, there's been this talk in Washington that is basically this deal, put it this way, the declaration of principle for the agreements of what is to happen in the Great Lake regions have been drafted. And in that document, there are so many things that has been said. Many things are put down from the U.S. perspective, from the U.S. position. They want to bring peace in the Great Lake region, as I said. President Trump has his mindset or philosophy is about bringing an end to wars. I'm not naive to think that this is what the US want to bring peace around the world. So long as that peace is for them, they're happy for it. So long as that peace is for them, they're happy for it. And they'll do whatever it takes for them to have that. But you would know that the US under different administration have caused wars around the world. And I've had some comments from wonderful people who have written to me, showing me, at least reminding me of the wars that the US has started all over the world that they have not been able to put out, and how those countries are broken as a result of the involvement of the US. I understand, and I get your point. Going back to this deal, you have to understand, within the Congo, you have the opposition. Tshisekedi has opponents who obviously don't want him to be there, just like in any country. But in this case, you have people like Joseph Kabila, Moïse Katumbi, Martin Fayulu, who else? And Nanga, Corneille Nanga. There are others, but they're not really worthy of mention here anyway, because they don't weigh that much. But these four tenants here, Joseph Kabila, Moïse Katumbi, Delice Sanga, should have mentioned him, Martin Fayulu, these people, they have put their energies together in order to stop what was happening in Washington, because they think that this is not good for the Congo. I have to say, you have to take all this thing with a pinch of salt, because they have their ways of analyzing and understanding the situation. But is it solely because they think it's not going to benefit the Congolese as a whole? I don't think so. It's just maybe the case that they're thinking that this is the way President Tshisekedi wants to save his own skin and stay in power. Because mind you, if this deal was not going to go ahead, or if the Congolese government did not reach out to the US for this mineral deal, the situation in Congo would have been different now, because the rebels were already advancing to go to Kisangani. And had they reached Kisangani, Lubumbashi, that's it. It wouldn't have been only a matter of months or even weeks before they reached Kinshasa, because I can tell you now, it was already shaky ground. They were already those in government in Kinshasa, some of them, they already knew that that was the end of Tshisekedi. They were already preparing themselves to welcome Joseph Kabila back. I'm not mentioning Nanga because, he's just basically he's a front man. He's not the real deal. But the people, when they knew that Joseph Kabila was coming back to power, so they started positioning themselves, because they knew that was the end of Felix Tshisekedi. So Felix Tshisekedi, knowing that he had no army, that army was infiltrated to the highest level, because many of the generals out there, they were already bots. They already belonged to Joseph Kabila, who has been their mentor and leader for the past 18 years. And so their allegiance is with him. So before Joseph Kabila left power, he had already, if you like, prepared the ground for his own comeback. And the military and those generals knew that sooner or later he was going to come back to power. So therefore, when Felix Tshisekedi, he knew that anyway. But when this war started, he realizes with the fall of Goma and Bukavu, he confirmed his own fears in that I cannot trust this army. I cannot rely on these generals. He knew that basically he almost was out of power because what happened there had really shaken him. But now, the way the Congo reached out to the US, because look at this, put it this way, they had turned to everyone, the European Union, the African Union. I have to say here, the African Union is, in my opinion, the African Union is you can't really trust or rely in that organization. Not at all. I wouldn't really advise. You can't really rely on the African Union. Not at all. Because, first of all, they haven't even got the funding to run their own organization. The building that they're using is actually donated by China, and it is the foreign institutions that are funding the African Union. I don't know how much of the budget that comes from outside, but I do know that the outside or foreign powers do fund the African Union. Now, the person who funds, the one who finances what you do, as you know, they have greater control over what you do or say. So pretty much what is happening to the Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, everybody know how he was going from one place to another, trying to galvanize people to come and help in the situation in the DRC. But unfortunately, it did not happen. People just didn't give him what he was looking for. And the Congolese people came to the realization that the country was basically, the Congo is a forsaken country. Because there is no one out there to fight for the Congo. There is no one out there to defend the Congolese people. And so the last result, in my opinion, that was a strategic move for him to reach out to the US in order to save this situation. And so the US is not an innocent in what is going on in the Congo. I will always keep on saying that they started it, they have maintained it, nourished it, and now they've come to put out the fire. But we have to move on. People have died. Now it must come to an end. The question here is this deal good for the people of Congo or not? Like I said, the opposition in the DRC think that it is not good for Congo. But when you ask them, give reasons as to why you think this is not good for Congo, I've not heard, they're not giving sufficient information. It's just, oh, you're selling the country, or you're giving this to the imperialists, or you're doing this to them. That's all they're saying. But when you analyze this situation well, we have already lost more than 10 million people in the eastern part of the Congo. Why? Because of the minerals. Recently here in Goma, more than 10,000 people have died. What I'm saying to you, some people are writing to me saying, you are making up all this information. Where are the facts? Look, you have the United Nations that has produced a report. It's been out there. What's the report called? Something mapping report, I believe is what it's called. Since 2010, this document is there that puts out information in terms of what has happened to Congo and who are the people or the countries that have invaded the Congo, and pretty much everything that has happened. And Global Witness also put out a report. So you see, you've got one report after another in terms of what has happened to the Congo, but yet many countries, like I said, they choose to turn a deaf ear and a blind eye. They don't really care much about what happens to the Congo. I mean, we were shocked here in Kinshasa when we saw what happened to us and how much the president tried to rally countries around him, but he got zero, nothing in return. So when that power was being shaken by what has recently happened in Goma, the president reached out to the US, and what an opportunity for the man or for the country, for the US to say, okay, they've come to us, we need to get involved in this. They are looking for minerals. As you know, Trump was looking for a mineral deal with Ukraine, and they have got it as of today. So a mineral deal has been signed. I don't know what the details are, but that has been signed. Because one thing we need to know, this time we're living in, we are living in the technology nowadays and the space at which things are changing. You have to understand that the minerals in the DRC is needed in this industry in order to advance what is going on, even in terms of technology, weapon system, and automobile. And you need all these resources, and we have it in abundance in this country, in the DRC. And that's why this war, what we call a proxy war, has been going on for years, because people are looting in this country through Rwanda. Kagame had no power or energy to do what he has done if he didn't get the support that he has gotten from all these foreign powers. He's only been able to do that because of the support he received. And like I said, people who are commenting here, they're saying, oh, you have no fight. I said, read the mapping report, read the Global Witness, and read other reports that have been already put out. Can I say this? To all of you who are watching, who are who understand at least what I'm saying here, I've told you, and I've mentioned it again, my mission is to help Congolese people wherever they are. I want to bring you information that will help you understand the situation in your country, and help you also to be at peace, and also some joy to come back to your life. I'm not the one who's going to do that, but by the information that I bring you. Yes, I know we talk about some of the difficulties. We talk about, people dying. We talk about the starvation. We talk about the conflict and everything. But ultimately, what I want you to know, I want you to understand, is that you need peace in your life. And I believe the information that I'm bringing out here, even though it may sound to some other people as though it isn't good information, but I'm telling you, those who are going through, who are living through this nightmare, they would appreciate this. So for that reason, I'm asking you, those of you who think that what I'm doing is a good thing, please give me thumbs up. Like this video. Like this video, because the more you like this video, the more people will know that there are more people that like this video and this information more than the few, maybe a couple of people who think and who wants to come and defend Kagame here, who wants to come and defend the barbary, the crimes that is going on in the eastern part of the Congo. Because for some people, it's nothing. Those people who are dying there, it means nothing to them. They're Congolese insects, so what? They're subhumans. They should just die like that. And those are the people that are coming to comments here. So those of you, please don't be quiet. Please don't just watch and go. Like the video. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. It helps in terms of what I'm doing here. You know how Kinshasa is. You know how this country is of ours. But I need you, the guys who are out there, wherever you are in the world, in the Americas, whether you are in Europe, in Asia, in Australia, in wherever you are, like this video, give it thumbs up. Give me your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. That is very important. Even those who are here to defend what is going on in the eastern part, I give, as long as you are civil and you write to me, you know that I respond. I owe it to you to respond in what you are saying, okay? I won't go around the bush, I will respond. But anyway, as I was saying, so there are people who are out there who are talking about, yes, you're selling the country, but listen, more than 10 million people have died. Why? Because of the minerals. Who wants the minerals? The US wanted, China wanted, Europe wanted, and all this, and you know about the mineral deal, or at least the EU signed a mineral deal with Rwanda not too long ago, even though that protocol is still pretty much hanging in balance, pending the outcome of all these situations here. So rather than seeing people still dying, people being butchered, and all these things that are happening, it is good at least to come to a point where we come into an agreement with the US. I said I'm not in favor of it. All I want is the killing to stop, the war to stop, okay? And for that reason, let us get into an agreement with the US and give them access to our minerals. And when I say give them access to our minerals, it does not mean come, take, and go. No, this is business and it has to be a win-win situation. This is what I mean by that. And I think some people have the impression that the DRC is saying, come, just take these minerals, do whatever you want, but just protect us. No. That's a wrong reading into this situation. You need to understand the terms of this agreement. So let me go back to saying the opposition being the opposition, they stand against anything that is happening there because for them, they're seeing the man, Felix Tshisekedi. They're thinking that this guy only wants to save his own skin and that's all he cares about. And I'm not here to defend Tshisekedi or the government because I will turn on these people on the videos I'll be putting out. You see, there is a lot of things that happens in Kinshasa here. There are a lot of things that are happening in this government here. I will come to that. I'm not here to defend anyone. I'm here to defend my land. I'm here to defend the Congo. I'm here to defend our country. Wherever you are, this is what I'm here for. I'm not here for any person or any government or no, not at all. If that's what you have in mind, no, you're wrong. I'm here to defend our land. That's what's most important for me. My brothers and sisters, that's all I care for. But at the same time, you have to look up the reality is that the opposition, all they care about is to kick Tshisekedi out of power. So what do they think? So even they can't even see the goodness or the positive thing out of this deal. No, for them, they don't care. So the people are dying in Eastern Congo. I have not seen any of the opposition party raise their voices to condemn what is happening there and what Kagame is doing there. They are not raising their voice. Moise Katumbi has not said a word at all about this. For him, I think it's fine that people should die like that. As long as Felix Tshisekedi is in power, he won't say anything. He won't condemn what Kagame is doing. So Kabila did not even show some sympathy towards the people who have died. He didn't even say a word, I'm sorry about my people. You have died. I've been your president. You've been a president. You've seen your people die, butchered like that. And you no sympathy at all. No word of condolence to these families to console them, to comfort them. Not at all. But to come out and just say that the M23 is in their rights to do what they did. No, that is revolting. So what we're saying here is that what has happened in the US and what is happening at the moment, I know some people have said to me, don't you see that it's Rwanda that got a better deal in the US? Because people were shocked. Initially, it was the DRC that reached out to the White House, to Trump administration for a mineral deal. And people fought against it. Kagame fought against it. They sent their lobbying out there. They'll try to lobby in many different ways to stop this going ahead. Now that they couldn't stop it, last minute, what do we hear? Rwanda is seeking for a mineral deal with the US. My goodness. And the signing of those documents. And I'm going like, what is going on? But let's put it to one side. Not even put it to one side, but let's talk about it. I think what the US has done here is this, because they're saying we want peace in that region. Yeah. Peace in that region, but at what cost? So we put out peace in that region, So that means sharing Congo. I have not, to be honest with you, not read what is written in that document. But those who have, and some people are just saying that the Congo is now going to share its minerals with Rwanda. How? How? For what reason? What in the name of heaven? I'm going to share my wealth or the DRC with Rwanda. For what? Knowing that what has happened in the Congo, the genocide that has taken place, much of it is called by the FDL of Kagame in the DRC, and yet you want to share your wealth with them out of all these things that they've done to Congo. Why? I don't understand that logic. But because we want peace, so to speak, let's just share. I don't agree with that. This is why I'll keep talking about this, because I don't know what you think. You are watching this. Tell me what you think. So should we just basically share our wealth with Rwanda because we want peace? Is that what it is? I don't think so. So what has been stipulated there, what the government is saying in Congo is that we have, yes, agreed on some things, but the most important thing for Congo is that the integrity, the territorial integrity is not touched, i.e. Rwanda has to understand that Congo in its entirety belongs to the Congolese and to the people of Congo, and that their plan to annex some part of Goma, or at least Kivu and Goma, to Rwanda, they have to abandon that plan. So Congo sees this as a gain, i.e. something that, what can I say, as a major reward of this deal, in that Rwanda will finally agree to the fact that the Congo in its entirety belongs to Congolese, and they will stop their expansionist vision that they have. But then when it comes to minerals and all of that, they have to share that with Rwanda and to some degree Uganda as well. I don't know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. But I'm only thinking about the victim and the people who have died. The M23 group, this deal that they're talking about here, I know. Ultimately, what they will want is this, that the M23 group to be recognized as a Congo rebel group, nothing to do with Kagame. So once it is recognized that way, it means that those people who have committed crimes, those that have killed in Goma and Bukavu, should now be integrated in the regular army, and that many of them that have been now given what you call it, those who have become generals. Because you know what happens is this, like the M23, they would have promoted many of their soldiers, even though they haven't got experience. They'll make them generals, so that when they come into the regular army, they will still have those functions. But when these people come into the regular army, they will only be there to represent the interests of Paul Kagame. And this is how it works. And this is what has worked in the last 20 years when Kabila was in power. So do we want this to happen again? You tell me in your comments what you think. And they want to have an amnesty for all these killers, those who have killed people in Goma and Bukavu. They want an amnesty for them, so nobody goes after them. So who answers for the crime that has just taken place? So these people just basically died and they've gone. Over 10,000 people for no reason, but there is no one to blame. So this is the understanding. I don't know. I really don't get it. I don't get it. So let's just forgive and forget. That logic is what I don't understand. If what happened in Congo happened to any country here in Africa, I don't know what will happen. But so in Europe, look what's happened in Ukraine. Putin invaded Ukraine, and all these European countries, they rose up against Putin and they put sanctions on him, and they said all manner of things about Putin, and they froze even his assets and some of his entourage. All their assets were frozen. Billions of dollars worth of assets was seized in many countries in Europe as a result of what he did in Ukraine. But look what's happening to Congo. Our country has been invaded. Kagame is trying to take a chunk of it, but yet nobody's saying anything. So all these countries, nobody's done anything. Here, I want to say this. France has played such a bad role. France has played a bad role in this situation. This is why I am campaigning. The Congo, we should refuse French as our national language. We want to change to have English to become the main language in Congo. And I am campaigning for that. In Congo here, we will have English as our language. I know Pan-Africanists, you say, why English, why French? These are languages from the foreigners, from those who colonize us. I understand that logic. I understand that. Lingala we have. But let's be real. The administration here is based in French. Everything is done in French. It's no Lingala here. Ultimately, what we want is for Lingala to take over everything. And I will fight tooth and nail for that. But right now, I want France or French to be out of this country in a secondary position, or fourth or fifth after our own languages. I'm campaigning so we can have English as our main or official, well, not official, but sort of admin, until Lingala becomes the language that we use in our administration. But let's do, if you agree for English to, I tell you, there are proposals already, and I have also put my signature out there for that. If you want English to become our language here in the DRC, then please let me know. Let me know. This is why I'm putting out this information here in English for you guys, because we want our children here to learn English, because I'd rather have English. Because you know what? France has not helped us here at all. And France has given the Francophonie, which is supposed to be, we are, I think, first or the second largest French-speaking country in Africa, maybe the world, given our size and population. But yet, they've taken the leadership of that Francophonie and they've given it to a lady from Rwanda, where they speak English. They had French, but they dumped French, and now they speak English. But yet they've taken that headship and they've given it to her for years. And when you see what Macron has been doing all this time, I really want to campaign. Let's kick France off, not France. French out. Let's bring in English. If you agree with me, come on, let me know in comments. Right, to finish on this, I want to say this. What is going on in Doha? It's coming to an end, put it that way. So Doha is being influenced by what is happening in the US. So the Congolese government will have to give in to some of the things that they're asking for. But what can I say? I have to say this. Let us continue to be watchful, because in a couple of days here, or in a few days, we'll have the declaration coming out of Doha. Because people now, the talk is now, we want peace, we want peace, we want peace. Yes, I do want peace as well. Yes, many families do want peace as well. If you look at the suffering in the eastern part of Congo, if you look at this country of Congo is not taking off because of this conflict. We want peace. But you can't have peace, total peace, without justice. All these people that have lost their lives. It's painful. Anyways, I've got to bring it to an end. Please do let me in comments what you think. and then we take it forward from there. From today, just know that there is progress in Washington. There are the opposition party in the DRC which think that the country has been sold, or the minerals have been sold by Felix Tshisekedi to preserve his own power. But when you look at it carefully, they've been looting this country, they've been killing. Rather than that cycle to continue, let's stop on that. Let's give this, not even give, but let's do a deal that is going to be a win-win deal in the end for the Congolese people. And if that will bring also peace in the region, then I think it's worth it. It's worth it. So let's work on that. But I want you to be happy with what you have, the life you have, the people you have, the environment. Don't think about just what you don't have, but I want you to rejoice today. Be happy. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Share this link. It's very important for you to give me thumbs up if you do like what we're talking about here. It's very, very important. Please don't just watch and go away. Give me thumbs up and give me your comments. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.